time to reach the final frontier and blow the crap out of it. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 space combat video games. For this list, we're looking at games that see the players taking control of spaceships in real time. The games can be original creations or licensed intellectual properties, as long as the spaceships are used for combat. They can also be arcade or simulation style, but we're excluding 2D shoot-'em-ups, as we already have a whole list devoted to those. Lastly, they also have to have been released, so games that look promising but are still in development, like Star Citizen, will have to hold out for another list. Now, let's get ready to launch.
4, 3, 2, decloak, torpedoes on.
Number 10, Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2, Rogue Leader. Blasting off our list is this GameCube launch title.
Rogue Squadron! We need help!
The second entry in the classic Nintendo series. Rogue Squadron 2 saw players taking classic fighter spaceships from the Star Wars franchise and piloting them through many classic battles as seen in the movies, with a handful of extras as well. An added bonus was the ability to command friendly fighters, as well as the appearance of Dennis Lawson reprising his role as Wedge Antilles, which really gave the whole game an authentic touch. Number 9, Galaxy on Fire 2.
You must save my son!
The only mobile game on this list, Galaxy on Fire 2 has players exploring strange new galaxies as a starfighter transported several light years from home, only to become involved in a new war zone.
Quiet now! Engines off and await my command!
On top of great gameplay, the game also benefits from fully customizable ships, enthralling minigames, and quick burst missions that are ideal for gaming on the go. But what makes this entry really special is that it's surprisingly playable on mobile devices. Now you can take badass space exploration anywhere you go. Number 8, X3 Reunion. X3 sets out to let players truly feel the experience of piloting a spacecraft. Praised for its depth and scope, players could buy or capture a huge number of ships and then use them to explore over 150 star sectors. It would have ranked higher on our list, but unfortunately, at launch it contained more than its fair share of bugs and flaws, not to mention a rather unhelpful manual. A few patches later though, and you should be going pew-pew in no time. Number 7, EVE Online.
Deploying sentry drones. That should keep them busy.
One of the most successful and long-lasting MMOs of all time, EVE Online is nothing short of a slow-burning cultural phenomenon.
There will be consequences.
The game allows players to explore, fight, and pirate their way across the galaxy, or simply trade salvaged and mined goods in a vividly developed player economy. With over 10 years of community evolution, EVE Online might seem like a daunting venture for first-time players, but that's the depth its universe is truly known for.
I'm in. I've never seen anything like this.
Number 6, Freelancer. The sequel to the highly popular Starlancer, the goal of this game is simple: get rich and kick ass in space.
Great shot, Delta Leader!
Playing in a universe engulfed in civil war, Freelancer allows players the freedom to collect bounties, pirate other ships, trade goods, or just generally engage in mayhem. Its rich single-player campaign is complemented extremely well by the freedom of the multiplayer, as players have the opportunity to choose who they are in the universe.
We're not done yet. We're just waiting for the others.
We're still holding out for a Firefly reboot, but until that gets here, maybe this will tide you over.
Yeah!
Number 5, Elite Dangerous.
3, 2, 1, engage.
The first game in the Elite series to be released in almost 20 years, Dangerous takes exploration to a whole new level with a virtual 1-to-1 scale model of the Milky Way. Also, like many other games on this list, the economy is just as big as the combat is in this game.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
But what really sets this one apart is its size, given that the game has more than 400 billion star systems, many of which are based on real star systems from our galaxy. The result of a successful Kickstarter campaign, Elite Dangerous is anything but casual, and that's what its backers wanted.
Engines engaged. Landing gear retracted.
Number 4, Wing Commander 3, Heart of the Tiger. The Wing Commander franchise has a storied reputation for being epic in scale and story, and its third entry took the storytelling to a new level as it played more like an interactive movie than a game.
Keep telling me that, Colonel. Even if it's not true.
Gameplay was intercut with live-action footage, showcasing rich characters and strong backstories, with acting turns by heavyweights like Mark Hamill, Malcolm McDowell, and John Rhys Davies. A leap forward in both gameplay and narrative. This game cemented the Wing Commander legacy in video game history.
It seems like maybe there's something between you and me.
Number 3, Star Wars TIE Fighter.
Intercept any attacking craft.
After players got a taste of flying for the rebel cause in Star Wars X-Wing, they wanted to find out what it was like to fly for the dark side.
The rebels are unprepared for our attack.
Switching sides and fighting for the Empire this time around, let's just say that once you go black, you never go back. Although it looks a bit dated now, this classic doesn't hesitate to play the nostalgia card in our hearts.
The Empire is on the verge of success.
Number 2, Star Fox 64. There might not be a whole lot of Star Fox games, but when your game is this good, your legendary status is pretty much guaranteed.
Attaboy, Fox. Nice going.
Taking control of the now classic R-Wing, players play as Fox McCloud, defending the Lilat system from the evil Andros and his minions. Multiple paths through the campaign mean you can play this game over and over again, competing for that sweet, sweet high score. Its playability never failing, Fox and his R-Wing barrel-rolled away into gaming history.
Do a barrel roll.
And for those of you that didn't keep your 64 in good shape, be sure to check out the remaster in 3D on the 3DS. Before we blast away at our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Number 1, Free Space 2. On this list, sequels only get better, and it doesn't get any better than Free Space 2. For its time of release, it was renowned for its outstanding graphics and stellar gameplay. Not only did it improve hugely upon its predecessor, it essentially was the last great hurrah for the dying genre at the end of the millennium.
We inherit the legacy of ghosts who haunt these ruins.
Highlights included a gripping, lengthy campaign, levels set in gorgeous nebulas, and huge battles between massive capital ships that tore at each other with beam weapons. It was truly a sight to behold and a joy to play. Do you agree with our list?
Oh, what, nobody?
What space combat game did we miss? For more lists about blowing stuff up in space, published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Beautiful! I could kiss you for that.